Ay, ay, ay. I have just been running into problems today. I went to go to a doctor's appointment, and then the doctor was like, oh yeah, the tech's not here. Come back later. So that was 2 hours of driving for let's just reschedule it. And then I went and drove some more to actually do the appointment. But I did get it done. It just sucked that I had to do it twice. And then I went to boot up the stream, and then OBS was like, no, I don't want to load. I don't want to load correctly. It borked. So it's just been one frustration after another. Okay, now that I added the ability to move things and remove things, let's just remove the removes and the moves. Because it's just a little too powerful right now. It needs to be, instead of adding a remove after every round, yeah, here. It should just be like divided by a certain amount. But at this point, we're just gonna no removes. And then we're gonna remove the UI for it. Okay, the runestone upgrade thing, that'll be later. I've been playing a bit of Replicat, and I figured, you know, let's just do the, like, multipliers. So we're gonna do a multiplier button. Joke's on you, I'm already standing. Eat that. Well, okay, I guess. No points for you, denied. I mean, I was just driving. I spent 4 hours driving today instead of 2 hours driving. So, of course, I'm going to be standing here, so. How can you tell a vampire has a cold? They start coughing. These aren't good enough. There's not even hardly a chuckle. I understand the concept of the joke, but it's... Boo. Do better. That's what I was just complaining about. I took off super early in the morning to go to an appointment, and I got a call from, oh, the mic is a bit loud. It did look like it was a bit loud. Oh, did it get bumped when OBS was doing dumb nonsense? Might have been bumped when OBS was doing dumb nonsense. Well, I'm also complaining pretty loud. That does matter as well, so. But yeah, I took off super early. And as I was driving there, I got a call from Restricted, and I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna ignore that. Get there, and they're like, the tech's not in. You can wait till 10 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm not waiting 3 hours. So then I drove back to then work for a little bit, in which I was just distracted, and then I drove back to the thing. For then it'd only take, like, you know, maybe 15 minutes for them to throw me in this CT scan. And, I did get dinner on the way back, though. I had some nice, I had from a kebab place. There was some veggie stuff that was good. It was some spinach, some chickpeas, and potatoes, I think it was. With some naan. Pretty good stuff. So, I got a consolation prize out of it at any rate. Oh, and thank you for the hydrate. It's gonna take me a little while to get used to the dev on the end of the Phil XD there. Wait. Did the branding get updated on YouTube, or was it just Twitch? Is it Phil XD dev on YouTube as well? Okay, now my computer's running. I guess I just needed to let it warm up. Wait, if I type in Phil XD, what does it pop up with? Oh, this one was just Phil XD, not no 13 or anything on the end of it. So not updated or anything, but also didn't need it. Okay. Now, I was going to add some multiplier buttons, is what I'm thinking. We're just gonna rip it straight from. And then the flippin' monitor refreshes. Okay, also it says ad break, so I'm going to do that, I guess. I stepped away for slightly too long. And the protests were happening there. Oh, does it... Did I get rid of the desktop coaster on this scene? There we go. Now you can have your monstrosity here. Seems to be growing in a way that's working out. Yeah, I have too many of these dumb, dead, blasted little projects that probably could use some love. And we'll never get it. I was just on a Discord where somebody's like, oh, this reminds me of this other project. Or like, oh, look at this pixel art on this project. And then somebody was like, wait a second, I recognize that name. And they were talking about my character creator that I made like years ago. So I'm like, oh, that's cool that somebody found it organically. But also, like, I haven't messed with that in years. So... Yeah, doing a ton of driving, not great for the mental. That always feels a little weird to say, like, the mental, as opposed to like the mental health. Okay, yeah, because all I can do is think about all this stuff I haven't done and then have no ability to do it. It's just hours in the car of saying, you know, don't be a lazy butt. And then I go get out of the car and do absolutely nothing and repeat. I have so much opportunity to think about all the stuff that I wish I had done. And so much opportunity to complain about all this stuff I haven't done. And then when I get a chance to do it, I don't. So, the plan here is to make a multiplier button. Because that sounds easier than trying to do some other kind of upgrade thing. And that should still be interesting to have. Well, and that's... Or maybe we bring back the hole as an option. Because then I can also just do the hole as like a... At the end of a sequence, just multiply the sequence kind of thing. Or go back to the like, oh, if you score a certain kind of sequence and then it goes into the hole before that, then you score well. Okay, I do not believe in myself in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't help that the external thing is like, okay, I'm trying to deal with my kidney stone, and the response is... Well, nothing. It's, oh, look, we rescheduled your appointment again. Gee, thanks. Or like this weekend, I was like, you know, let's try talking to a therapist. That sounds like a good idea. And they're like, oh, let's reschedule to Sunday. And then Sunday rolled around, and then they never showed up. And it was like, oh, okay. So I guess the way healthcare works is you give them money, they give you nothing, and repeat. I'm actively trying to solve the problems. I'm just thinking of Bart in The Simpsons, where he got a D on a project, and he's like, you don't understand, I really tried this time, I really tried. So that's where I'm at. I feel like I'm really trying. It was like 2023, where I was working out a whole bunch, and like, trying to do projects and stuff, and all I got was a kidney stone. You don't understand, I really tried. Oh, wait, what am I... No, this is removing the removes. I need the part where it's adding removes. There we go. This is the one that needs to be neutered. Let's pay attention to what I'm doing. Nah, let's just yap and complain. Done some progress on the Unreal course and made a prototype for a first person getting over it. And because why finish one project if you can start 5? There you go. That's how you do it. Hell yeah. You're gonna end up with a giant pile of projects that are unfinished, and maybe somebody asks about the old project and goes, that's maybe. Or somebody could point at an old project and you go, maybe one day. The even more confusing thing is that when I say maybe one day, one day has actually rolled around before where I'm like, you know, hey, let's wait for someday. And then someday actually shows up. It's rare, but it happens. So that it's confusing because you're like, well, I've actually had it so that, you know, maybe one day. Yeah, I'm also like, oh, do I want to push for a Steam page before the end of the year? And now I'm like, no, here I am, like, waffling on what kind of upgrade system I want. It's just not gonna happen, so. Even multiplayer compatible. I'm trying to think of the other Rage games that are out there. Because I'm like there's... It's not getting... It's... What's the one where you're like in the third person and just climbing up a large tower of junk? Because that one's third person, and I know there's Chained Together, which is third person. And Jump King is obviously a 2D platformer. And there was... Fauna was playing some kind of... Only Up, thank you, that's the one. Okay, now you're gonna get it on top of the... But yes, Only Up was the one I was trying to think of. Fwop, I don't know if I'm familiar with, but Goop Loop I've seen. I forget who made that. It was like or unless it was when I was looking up loops. When I was looking up about games about loops, I saw Goop Loop. Why is my monitor refreshing? Jitspo, okay, that's why it was familiar to me. Yeah, okay. Okay, but of speaking of which, there's also that like 15 seconds of gameplay to send over at some point. I do still have that link, so Fwop is like Wop except fish. Okay, which are all third person. I'm like, I guess Peak is maybe the closest to a first person getting over it. God, balls. Okay. Oh, Jitspo also did. Okay, they're both. Also, I'm not following on the itch.io page. Unless this is... I was gonna say, it's not the... Okay. Just hasn't done a game jam thing in a while, is what it looks like. Well, this seems to be the theme there. Except Kook is not a Rage game at all. Interesting. Hans is a third person Only Up. Is this also another Jitspo thing, or is this a different thing? But, like I said, they're all not first person. So I guess there is an opportunity to do a first person. Yeah, okay, and there's the Fwop. It's just called Hans. It's not the worst title. It's certainly better than the one that I just saw that was like, your wife threw out all of your cards, so now dig through the garbage for your cards. Was like the name of the game. I'm like, no. Do shorter titles. Okay, wait, how close was I with that? Like, your wife threw out all your cards game. There, okay. My wife threw out my card collection, so I bought a dump to find them. Is the title of the game. It's not a title. That's you can put that in the summary, but that's not a title for the flippin' game. Just like, as much as my card is better than your card was fun to play and looks incredible, that's not a title for a game. Because nobody is gonna want to sit there and say my card is better than your card. You just end up saying, let's play my card. Or just like this, it's like, let's play Dump Simulator. That's what this is. It's a dump simulator, which I think is a fantastic idea. But like, and looking for your card collection in a dump is a great hook. But just call it Dump Simulator. Or like Card Hunt or something. Okay, this is very much just only up. Hmm, 700 ain't bad. But would I have fun making an only up kind of game? I mean, I've definitely done that, like helping out with Gnome, and I guess that's the only one that's close, is the just making Moen, basically. Okay, so do I want to... Okay, the easiest, quickest thing to do, and we're just testing an idea here. It's still prototyping, and by prototyping, I mean... I don't know. It's one of those, like... I've confused myself with the Indie Game Clinic, where it's kind of like, you don't need to prototype ideas that you know will work. And I'm like, oh, the upgrade system, well, that'll work. I'm just porting that over. It's just all the jokers from Balatro, right? But because I'm scoring the game just a little different, then maybe I should try testing something. Or I'm like, oh, I just steal the multiplier cards from Replicat. Which is what I'm hoping to prototype here. Okay, of which I haven't, I did some Replicat over the weekend. I did get a few more hours into Replicat. It was a nice, like, just put it on the background and play it. Eventually need a Moen with a gnome character. A Gnome. Well, and I don't know, like, because Moen kind of has that energy a little bit. And I think that one's kind of dead and falling apart. Like I said, at least there was a falling out on the Discord there. So I don't know if it's still going or not. And I mean, I never finished it either. Oh, okay, over a year ago that they did a patch. Oh, and this was just free to play, so not early access or anything. So possible to finish it. Although I think if I did and like an only up with a gnome, it would look very aggro now. But I guess then I could carve out a niche that is very specifically gnome-related rage games. So I don't know if that's the niche I would really want to carve out or not, but... What in the hell was I doing here? This is trying to make some kind of rarity system that just does not seem like the way you do that. I was also going to get rid of it anyway. Okay, wait, where is the number getting set? Oh, here, just random. Okay, just give me a random range between 1 and 6. And this, whatever random rarity system can go away, because I don't know that it was working correctly anyway, and it just looks bad. I don't know what I'm doing there. I'll have to look up how to actually do that. Okay, so... Now the question is... So now if we do like 8, and then we do a switch of dis that says the case is 8, no, 7 rather, then it's actually going to be, this is just text, right? Or is this an int? It's an int. Actually, we just switch out the number text. Okay, now I'm realizing I'm using number wrong. I'm using it as a... oh, I need a break. Because now I'm switching it to like a number type or something. Unfortunate, it was a nice game. No, I do like Moen. Yeah, it is a little bit of a bummer. It was just really confusing on the Discord where it was like, I guess it sounded like the artist was like, hey, you stole my work and ran off and are trying to force this project to be done when I don't want that. But I'm not entirely sure. Because it was like, it was like a lot of messages from the programmer that's like, oh, hey, we're working on this, we're working on that. Or what I was assuming was the programmer. And then just all of a sudden, there was a message from the artist that was like, please stop what you're doing. So it was a little confusing, because it didn't look malicious on the face of it. But apparently the artist was not on board. Or at least that was my guess based on the kind of confusing announcement in Discord. And I don't think I still have the Mo in Discord. I don't know. I was trying to clear out some Discords because I got too many that I don't look at. So I may or may not still have that one. Yeah, that sort of weird drama stuff always just makes me like, I'm like, we're gonna back away now. I'm not part of this community. So I guess, yeah, I'd also to not like spread any lies or anything, but at any rate, Moen has been not updated for a year, so sure seems like it's gone. Yeah, okay, it looks like I did get rid of the Moen Discord. Okay, so now we just do an X2 there. So now, in the case of a button that rolls a 7, it'll roll as a ×2. What color is it gonna pick? The color manager is gonna be get random color. Which is fine. Although, honestly, I kind of want it to be... Wait, why in the heck am I doing this on awake, and then here I'm doing on... Oh, because the color manager is not accessible until then. Well, then it feels like everything else should... Because this is just initial... Okay, wait. Initialize button. I'm like, wait, I have an initialize button. Why... Okay, no, I think this, because this might be the functionality of the button, not what the button's actually got in terms of color and number, but whatever. Okay, so let's just see if I roll a button that is 7, it should say ×2 instead. It did not. So, the number should be between 1 and 8, which means that should be, the 7 showed up there. What? It should overwrite the number. The number here is getting set to 7. And then this is saying, okay, make it 7. And then this is saying if you find the number 7, which you should, it clearly showed up here. And then in the case of finding the number 7, then you switch the text out for that. You showed the number 7. No, this is 4 lines of code and now it works. What are you on about? This is definitely one of those days. This is step 1. Oops. It's always the most disheartening thing. It's just like if I'm trying to sign in on a like if I'm trying to put in a password or something. And then it just immediately breaks. Okay, you did it once. Now you don't want to do it again? Okay, most likely this is a deck of no longer has the thing. So you're gonna force me to update this thing just by playing it with it, aren't you? Because then it'll just eat the entire screen if I let it go. What do you fluffing mean? Okay, so this seemed to instantiate the button correctly. This does not. Okay, if I hit restart, that does not. But then this does. Okay, so why in the heck is the button, when it makes it for here, not doing it? Don't worry about it. That's what I've been trying to do, is not worry about it and just kind of let the roller coaster sit on the screen there. Yeah, this also is one of those, like, it's hitting the end of the year and I realize, oh, maybe this game is a little too big in scope for... As I do every year, I'd go, maybe this game is a little too big. Maybe I should make an idle game where you just... It's just a banana, except a different fruit. Mango, I like mangoes a lot. We'll just make a mango and that'll be somehow too much for me to tackle. It seems to be any time I make any project that's bigger than a jam game. Well, that's also a lie. I do have a couple of projects that I spent a couple months on that I did finish, but I also kind of hated them by the end of it. Yeah, this was a couple months and this was a couple months. Well, I say finished, but this is like 6 levels, of which 3 are tutorial levels. So there's only like 3 actual levels. And then even this stuff I didn't actually implement. This was just social media posts. Yeah, but this one I think I spent a couple months on. And it feels like it's actually kind of working. And I guess I spent a couple months on this one, and this one is kind of working as well. So there are some bigger projects that I keep trying. Like, I hate it. There's 2 wolves inside me and they fight all the time. There's the wolf that just wants to say everything's bad, everything's shit, everything's black and white. And then the other wolf is like, no, maybe there's some nuance. And then I just get tired. Because nuance is also not a fun, easy answer to a problem either. That's why the Democrats have had such a hard time. I guess like the Zoran Mamdani with the like, okay, here's concrete solutions to concrete problems, seem to have been effective to get hired as mayor. Or elected as mayor, I suppose. Okay, what in the fluffin' heck was I doing? I was going to wherever this is making the fluffin' buttons. The buttons. Wherever it's adding to the deck of buttons, it's making the buttons incorrectly. Or it's instantiating the buttons, and then the the initialize button, right? It's doing button done. Yeah, initialize button, and then initialize button has the stuff for switching out the number here and the color here. So, like I said, all of these fluffin' stuff should be in the fluffin' thingamabob. that makes complete and total sense to the most casual of observer. You put the fluffin' stuff in here, and the doodad does the thingamabob, and it all works. It just works. Don't let anybody tell you that coding is difficult. It's only difficult if you put the effort in to understand it. Okay, so then do I even need the awake? Am I gonna regret this? Let's refresh the thing and regret this, most likely, right? Oh, and I keep thinking you're doing the extend and extend to and stuff, and it's like, oh, that's just to get around the spam, I think. The spam filter, not the... What do you fluffing mean with the zeros here? That's not anything. It's the worst of both worlds. I think it's because I put the initialization in the wrong spot anyway, because I'm just sitting here complaining rather than actually thinking. Okay, you know what? You can just stay in the awake method, because I don't actually want this. Or rather, I think I should figure out a better way to do this instead of... I don't know, at some point I think there has to be like that table of rarity, right? It's what they throw in the like whatchamacallums. Okay, so then... Oh, that means I probably didn't initialize the number? Or I did. Where the fluffin' heck is this getting set? Was it just getting set in that other thing? Yeah, so then here. So I do want it to set a flippin' number. And then do that. And then we get rid of that. I don't need to do it again. But it shouldn't be 0. The flippin' number should be one of these flippin' numbers. Oh, unless this is not doing initialize button. That would help. Okay, so then initialize button. Follow mouse is false. And the grid space. Oh, that was the issue, is that there is no flippin' grid space for a flippin' UI button. Which is why I was doing the whatever flippin'... Okay, well then just flippin' do this flippin' thing, and then I can flippin' initialize the... This is an... Okay, initialize a board button. And then we do another initialize button, which is going to have initialize the board button, so... Coding starts difficult, then it gets easy, then it gets difficult, and again until it gets easy, and this happens every time until you familiarize yourself with a new area of coding. I don't know that I've ever really had it get easy, is the issue. I just continue to confuse myself and muddle my way through a thing. I don't know, I guess the stuff I'm doing at work, doing automated testing, isn't too bad, but that's also me doing a lot of just dumb copy pasting. But it's always like, it's a different menu every time, so it's like... It's hard to... I have to point at a different thing in the hierarchy every time, so... I can't copy as much as... Or I can't methodize as much as I would like, I think. I don't know. I might also just be stupid. It's very, very possible. Speaking of things I want to tweak, I did want to add that as a feature, was that you could lift the hat and see that there's nothing under it. Or rather, see whatever kind of media share would be kind of funny. Maybe one day. Okay, so now we do these two things. Okay, this doesn't need this. That's the whole thing. I'm not solving any problems here. I'm just confusing myself. But we're gonna continue to confuse myself until I get to a solution. Not a working solution. But then it's not a solution, right? Okay, so... Well, this will at least tell me what in the heck I am still confused on, which is everything, but... Who's trying to put initialize button with two... Oh, this is supposed to be a board button. Yeah, okay, this is the held item. Okay, this is not going to solve anything, and I'm just confusing myself, but let's see how I confused myself. I guess I could also set the color to a specific thing. Okay, can you... There we go, times 2, times 2, times 2, times 2. And then here, I roll a times 2. There we go, it shows up. Okay, so now... Let's switch out the color. I don't want to have it attached to a color just yet. So... So if it's a 7, then the color is also gray or white or black. Let's do black and see how off it looks. Color 32. Alice blue. Blanched almond. I could make it blanched almond instead. Wait, they got all these flippin' colors. Wait. Color.orange? Okay, yeah, they do have orange. Am I using a different color thing? I see, as long as it extends off the screen, that it's good. Oh, also ad break. Sure, I'll go sit. Gee whiz. What have you guys done? I step away for 2 minutes and this is what I come back to. Is this nonsense? Oh, that is cool. There's so much stuff that was happening off screen there, wasn't it? Man, I feel like it would be such a pain to try to figure out the intersections of the roller coaster and make it so that it doesn't intersect on itself. In which I'm not gonna fix that. It's not a problem that I'm gonna fix. Yeah, I am having fun just vibing and watching it. Like, I don't want to work on things. Yeah, I was just trolling through Blue Sky while I was sitting there, and it's like, oh yeah, Proc Jam is happening. Oh look, Secret Santa Jam is starting up. Like, oh, there's all these game jams, and here I am working on this one dumb dad blasted project that is too big for me, that I'm never gonna finish, that... Oh, you guys... destroyed the screen with stuff. Okay, there was a lot of extents there. Goodness me, I missed a lot, didn't I? Oh, Honest Jam. Honest Jam's also happening? Yeah, I forgot. It's the end of the year, and it's all sorts of things happening. It's so tempting to do it the jam or something, but I'm like, no, I want to finish this dumb dad blasted mother flippin'. And by finish, I mean, I want to dump this onto itch for nobody to look at it and me to be sad so that I can move on to doing some other project that nobody will look at and for me to be sad about. And it's like, well, maybe put more effort into it and finish it. I don't know. And that's the thing of like, okay, well, just commit to a thing, finish a thing, and then... Yeah, okay, I thought I saw a brainoid lurking around in the, Yeah, see, now I don't have a good way to reset this. I could just drag the coaster. Like that. There we go. More chill these days. Like I said, I was playing some Replicat. I'm up to 7 hours on Replicat now. The bosses have, like, I've gotten to the final boss a couple times, and then, yeah, the first one I did completely destroyed me. It was like it denied the second multiplier cards, and I had a lot of multiplier cards that I was relying on for my run, so that just completely killed me. And then I think it was less bad with the next time I got to the final boss, because the modifiers weren't as bad, and I still managed to flub it. But I've gotten to round 21 a couple times. Yeah, they reached around 21. I think I still need to, what, burn cards is the other one that I actually need to focus on? Oh, getting a bunch of curios in a run. I think some of these are like when you hit endless mode, that might be easier too. So... Close to the end of day 5? 14... Wait, it's only been out for 5 days? The 18th. That's more than 5 days, right? I guess it's 5 days. I guess it was, yeah, because it was very late on the 18th. I don't know why it feels like it's been so much longer. But still, congrats. It seems like it's... Has it kind of leveled off? No, 72. I guess the reviews are still coming in. Because I think you shot up to 50 pretty quick, and then it's just kind of slowed down, but still moving. So did the publisher relate, or I guess is the publisher relationship going well? I would assume so, but yeah, 4 days, another jam. I want to finish this dumb. I want to finish some kind of dumb dad blasted thing. Only one negative still. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because that's the other question. Is like, did having a publisher help in terms? Because I don't know what the publisher did in terms of like, did they do a lot of marketing, or were they doing like a helping with localization or something? So. Oh, had a booth at the We Play Festival in Shanghai. Dang, dude. I mean, like, I know that doesn't move wishlist numbers, but that's cool that they had a booth to show off stuff. Yeah, that's what I gotta remind myself too, is I'm like thinking, oh, I gotta get a Steam wishlist thing done before I show off the game in December for the event in December. But then I'm like, wait a second, no, you don't actually get any wish lists from doing an event. It's just to get feedback, which this probably does need a lot of feedback, so that'll be good. And at any rate, I could probably just put up like an itch.io page or something. I don't need to rush it to Steam as much as I wanted to say I have something on Steam. I can at least say I partially started a Steam page. Again, I'm not gonna actually finish anything ever. The wolves are fighting again. Success will never happen. I don't know. 10 years of work? That has to have. There's a upward trajectory, right? Sent some photos from the event on Discord. There's a 6-year-old girl playing in pro mode. I guess that pro just turns on a timer, but that's still. But you're saying also just went and selected pro mode. The game was not hard enough. Let's crank up the difficulty. Wait, was Arabit? Arabit was not like a. Where's Arabit located? Not that that really matters, but like. I am curious if that was like a. Oh, they're in. Okay, so they're in Singapore. Okay, then that makes a lot of sense that they went and did that event. They still listed as coming soon on their site there. Although this probably pops up to the actual page. Yeah. Funny that their homepage has not updated to say. I'm assuming this is all just pulled off the Steam page too, but yeah, they don't update the website much. Well, this feels like one of those you could have done, like coming and then the date instead of coming soon. Because then if it rolls past the date, you can say, oh, okay, well, there's the date, but oh, Thinky Games also did a, oh yeah. Okay, Thinky Games also threw it in there. That's cool. Yeah, I'm on there. Yeah, I said Toroban. Was this one? Yeah, these two, Toroban and Art of Reflection. I saw both of these at MagFest, I guess a couple years ago or something like that. Wait, did I have this on my calendar? Yeah, because I do like those first-person puzzle games. I would be absolutely terrible at that. I'm not great at Sokobons, but okay, calendar. That's really what I wanted to do. Let's make sure Toroban. Again, we're gonna put all of these things. I have so many aspirations to play so many games, to make so many games, and to finish so many things, and to update so many projects that I have. And I guess if I can hit a small fraction of all of the aspirations, maybe that'll actually turn into one completion. Just do them all at once. Bust out a time turner. Be in 3 places at once, and then trip over myself and cause a cascade in the time flow and something or other. Okay, the art of reflection was the... Oh, yeah, both of them were on the first, yeah. But this is all... Because this is something like Cocoon. I put Cocoon on there. I was like, oh, that's a short, quick, like, interesting one. And I still have not... Just like mother flippin' World of Goo 2. I wanted to do World of Goo 2 because I played World of Goo in preparation to play World of Goo 2. I played World of Goo to play World of Goo 2, and then I didn't play World of Goo 2. Man, there's that other game where you run around slapping people as a little guy. I want to play that one too. I gotta remind myself that these are like short, quick things too, because I'm like, oh, Gora Goa or whatever it is, that's only 2 hours. Like I could pull that up for a couple hours on Friday. That's very tempting. It's your goo to game? As in goal? It's my goal to game? It's my goal to make a game? It's my goal to finish something? To focus on something? Here I am not focusing. One day I'll figure out how to mash all of these different things together into... I just keep thinking of that Doug video where it's like, okay, what you want to do, you find the 2 skills that you're good at and mash them into one, where he was like, I'm good at dumb challenges and storytelling, and then we're going to make a bunch of YouTube videos that utilize that. And I feel like I'm good at the improv part. I feel like streaming is a thing I am good at, and I like doing. And I have no clue what the other thing is. Okay, what in the fluff and heck was I was getting rid of the color for here. The color, when you initialize the board button, is set to the color. The color is set to, what is the color set to? Whatever the color manager says on the start. Oh, mesh render material color is equal to color. And then initialize button, which I thought was supposed to happen, yeah, right there, right before this color is set in the material color, to set this to black. The fluff and heck, you dumb. Okay, again, this should be moved into that initialize button. Okay, so now let's see how this breaks. Let's just get rid of it here. And I'm doing that on awake. So let's just see how this breaks. Again, it's that kind of mindset that makes me think I'm still very much a junior programmer. Instead of, let's make this work and then make sure that it's working, my response is, okay, well, let's see how this breaks and then fix it. I don't have the kind of brain power to plan ahead that much. Okay, so all y'all are not correct. So on start then, instead of on awake, I should just get rid of the rarity thing. It's a place to start with though for doing some kind of rarity options. I don't know, some of this is like, I really should be looking up like tools or something as well, and just say, okay, let's find somebody's Grid-based Unity asset. Okay, there we go. So now you're back to colors again. You're not supposed to be colors again. You're supposed to be initialize button. Switch the number. If it's 7, then color is black. I lied. Then you're not setting this. That's why. There we go. Fudge the numbers and give them a spin. Yeah, I know that's how you're supposed to program a thing too. Well, I'm spitting out enough numbers that it's giving me the ×2 most of the time. I could just set it to like 8 and just make sure it's ×2s. Okay, there we go. So these black ×2s. Okay, so now it's a... I probably do need to make a score manager. I'm assuming there's something like that in Replicat, but... I was making a reference to an inside joke with Pagorli, but I think he's mute lurking. I think Pagorli is always mute lurking. There's a few names. I just kind of assume that most of the audience is lurking, so... Yeah, okay, doing dishes. Now I'm like, okay, is there a way I can mess you up in doing the dishes? Oh, careful. That's a slippery one. Don't drop that. Uh-oh, oops. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Fudge the dishes, then. Mash some fudge into the dishes. Yeah, I went and bought some fudge after talking... There's that one coworker that is just so obsessed with the cube fudge and or slab fudge. And I don't really understand the obsession. But I went and bought some fudge, and I had some fudge, and then I regretted my decision because it was heavy as hell. And I ate too much of it. It's kind of what I did with the Muddy Buddies. I made some Muddy Buddies for the work potluck, and then I've just eaten so much chocolate-covered cereal. I mean, it's heckin' good, but not good for me, so... catch me up with the cave rim lore? Do I know? So... Oh no. You feel like you want to break? We have 2 games for you to play. Well, it's... I put down the list here. Let's see. There we go. Oh, I've played Peak now. I full-on played Peak. That was not a community goal. That was just for me. But that was... Oh, and I looked at the numbers for that, and that actually, I was like, for the non-response that I got in chat, it actually did fairly well. Oh, a bad cop thing. Okay, I thought I'd heard of Cave Rim. Yeah, Bad Thesda. My name is Bethany Esda, and this is my indie game. Is it just the opening of Skyrim? Cave Rim 2 looks a lot more Starfield. Where are the characters from? Okay, contributors in these games. Okay. Okay, any similarity to Starfield is completely coincidental. Okay. Oh, and that was the last thing. That was the most recent release, I guess. Oh, published 34 days ago. Oh, this was just in the last month here. Dang, dude. 10 to 20 minute experiences. Okay. Created the category for Cave Rim 2. What do you mean by created the category? Yeah, no, I had not played either of the Cave Rim games. Was developed with a budget of $39. It's oddly specific. Okay, I was trying to focus a little bit today. I don't know why. Oh, wait a second. I've got, okay, we'll throw... I've got nothing that I'm doing on Thursday for Thanksgiving. As in, I have the day off for Thanksgiving. So... I could play some Cave Rim. I could play some Gorogoa. I could play some games on Thursday. Okay, they're must-play games. 20 minutes is... like an hour to play through both of them sounds entirely reasonable, so... It's a category on Twitch. Okay. Okay, Cave Rim 2 is more like an hour. It's only if you... Yeah, okay. Well, it's like when I look at how long to beat, I do the, what is it, like the completionist? I look at the, like, not the main story length, I look at the round-based daily guessing game. This is guess how many how long these games are? Nope, that's not happening. I already learned that I have no ability to guess Steam reviews. I'm not gonna guess how long a game is either. You crazy? Yeah, okay. Main plus extra. That tends to be what I look at. Is main plus extra or completionist. That's the stuff that I look at. Is there a category for Replicat on here? There is, but not numbers just yet. But I realize it hasn't even been a week. Oh, one person has it on their backlog. Don't understand how SteamDB creates hot releases list. Replicat's still 8th in the list. As in on Steam or on... Okay, wait, if I do the store? New releases? Most played, trending, popular, hot releases. And then Replicat. Okay. Oh, and Kingdoms of the Dump. That's good to see. And Demon School. Yeah, my coworker was excited about Demon School. Is this a party game? The colors very much say party game. A role-based game that blends mystery, strategy, and deception. Yeah, okay, I was like, it looked a little, Among Us. Jeez, that took me a long time to get to Among Us. This is Salem, right? I have no clue what that game is, but that's the progenitor game, right? This is everybody schemes in their houses and then talks in a circle and then repeat. Well, there looks like there's so many buttons too. Huh. People roasted Moonlighter too harshly? Oh, all I saw was I think Alexa or Retromation. One of them did a video of like, oh, Moonlighter 2 is out. I did watch the video of like, I'm not proud of my work. And I can kind of see why if you're just cranking out like hour long. Oops. Oh, I wanted to look at the page, not wishlist it. Very positive? But people roasted it harshly? Early access. Okay, that would affect it for sure. Very positive is very low for Moonlighter too. Yeah, I was like, I know of Moonlighter. Is it the same developer? Yeah, okay, same developer it looks like. I mean, even this one's sitting at mostly positive recent reviews. At least for English language stuff. I should have reached 500 views and then it would have been overwhelmingly positive. Oh, okay, so you're saying they're over the 500 mark but did not hit overwhelmingly positive. $132 negative reviews. Yeah, okay, 78%, and then Moonlighter is sitting at 80%. You see, but it's early access, though. That always affects it. I don't know if that's good or bad. I think it does affect the... I think you just get less reviews if it's early access, because there's a lot of people like me that are like, there's too many games out. I'm not going to spend my time playing a game that's not finished. Pretty much. I mean, it's partially just because I got burned with Grim Dawn. I absolutely loved the hell out of Grim Dawn, and then they added an extra layer of stuff where it's like, oh, I have to play the entire game again. And I still like the game a lot. But just the fact that, like, there's a possibility that the early access will make it so that you're spending even more time on the game just pushed me away. They removed some crucial mechanics that existed in the demo version. Okay, yeah, if you're removing content that is, I'm assuming, working, I can see why people would be a little put off by that. Yeah, I know that tends to be a big peeve of a lot of people, is if it's the, like, if you take stuff away. I think there is, I feel like I've seen that in developer talks and stuff too, where it's like like, I don't want to promise too much, because then people get mad when they're like, oh, this doesn't exist. There's no multiplayer in No Man's Sky at launch, and you said there would be multiplayer. Although I think what he actually said was, it's next to impossible for other people to find each other. And then somebody did, and then they were mad because that was not the multiplayer they wanted. Okay, I wanted to... Yeah, you don't deserve this content, we removed it. Well, because I know it's the same psychological thing of, like, World of Warcraft did the, like, after a certain amount of time you get a penalty for your character hasn't slept and you don't get as much experience, and then instead they relabeled it as, oh, you get a rest bonus, so for a certain amount of time after you've rested you get extra XP, and then you don't get the extra XP. And simply by reframing it as it's a rest bonus instead of a sleep penalty, it was so much more palatable. So I think it's somebody seeing content and then seeing that it was removed feels like there was content that was removed, as opposed to, like, content that wasn't finished that they weren't supposed to see. Okay, is this where I have the score? Yes. And this is also where I have score plus a sequence score and stuff, so... So I need to just make a score manager. If I haven't already. That's always the thing. I make so many things. I do so much stuff that sometimes I forget, oh, I already started this at one point. Okay, but apparently I have not started a score manager. Man, I should know. I've played enough Borderlands, and they go on about the the gun calculations, the gun damage calculations in terms of the like elemental damage and the gun damage and the debuff, and then like the crit when the crit gets added to the gun damage formula. Let's also install Visual Studio 2026. We'll do that. Oh, and now it's been over an hour and I've been standing. Okay, well, I will crank down the disc when the ads start. I really should change that hello to plunk at some point. Maybe that's all I'll do today. I was gonna mess with camera angles again too. The top-down angle I think is good for clarity, but not as interesting for gameplay. Oh, and yeah, the 45-degree angle was only not working simply because of the pipe. But if I put the pipe outside of that, which I do want to do. Yeah, because I think that's the idea visually, is to have the pipe and then the set of balls. Well, yeah, because I'm not switching out the different types of balls just yet. Okay, now I can go crank down the disc. Okay. And wait. Okay. Okay, why does it look like it's still... Wait a second, that might have been the hot... No? That's the mute button on my microphone. And then do that. And then it doesn't do anything. What? My mute button on my microphone does not do anything. Well, that's good to know. Is that the microphone button not working? It was like, unless my microphone is different, but it sure looks like it's this microphone. Okay, wait, if I do that, is it... Okay, so that's that microphone. It's not like it's the webcam microphone or something, which it likes to default to, which is obnoxious. I'm like, I don't know that there's a microphone, or if it's... I don't think it's a good microphone. It's for a camera, not a... in-my-face sort of microphone. Okay, what in the fluffing heck was I doing? I was gonna rewrite a bunch of stuff. I don't want to rewrite a bunch of stuff. Well, too bad. First you make the thing, and then realize you did it wrong, and then you make the thing again, and then realize you did it wrong, and then you make the thing again, and then realize, oh, that might work. And then you give up and release it. And then everybody says, hey, what about Fez 2? And then it's like, no, we're not doing that again. Yeah, because I have a method that's all about scoring. Okay, first, let's just get this ×2 button working, then I can redo and make a score manager. I don't want to do a bunch of managers right now. Again, and then I was watching videos from... I was watching the Mark Cerny talk. Watching as in I was playing Replicate and listening to it. And it was saying stuff like when you should move out of pre-production, and that's when you've played with all of the things to be able to say, okay, this is exactly how the game is going to play it. That's not where I'm at. Meaning I should not be making managers on managers. I should be making the game. I should be making some kind of prototype, and then I can redo all of the everything. So then this is the... It's a sequence score. And right now it's just saying if that is button.getNumber. Okay, so what it's going to be here now is just the score ×2 if it's a 7. Is literally all it is. I think that'll also break the sequence, which is fine because we'll just see what happens. Okay, so again, like I said, we're just doing fly by the seat of the pants here, and okay, no, don't just multiply the score. This if specifically the score is in fact, or the button rather. So if the button number is equal to 7, then the score is equal to is times equal to 2. Okay, so if I add a multiplier button in here, how does that change the scoring, and is that interesting and fun? Okay, so this should score 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 6 is 17 times 2, 34. Let's just grip it and rip it. 48. It added the 7 in there, didn't it? Right? Okay, so 12. No, wait, I already figured out the thing, right? 17 plus 7 times 2. Yeah, okay. So it added the 7 in there. So now we add more awkward code. This is still a prototype. We're still figuring out how to make the game fun. Then we'll make the game good. So now the button get number. And then case being 7. Is scores just double it. Okay, and then see, the nice thing is that it breaks the sequence though too. Although I guess it could. No. I guess if you score 2 7s in a row, that's not gonna actually match. Default? Is that okay? I was forgetting what the keyword was there. Or apparently not forgetting what the keyword was. Okay, then yeah, if it's not 7, then you can double check this. Oh, actually, it's going because the multiplier one is not messing with the number or color sequence. It's gonna still sound completely fine, meaning I just need to reset the color and number sequence. And then this just checks the count on the color sequence. And the color sequence. So it's just when you score the multiplier, clear the thing. Oh, and I should think about going to bed. Because I'm trying to do a go to bed at 8 o'clock and get up at 4 o'clock thing. Partially because today was, oh, I gotta get up early for this appointment. Aha, lol, whoops. No, actually, it's a lot later in the day, but we're not gonna tell you that until after you've driven all the way here. But also, it's just, if I wake up earlier, I can actually maybe possibly carpool my way to work and then have just a little bit less driving. I just have to move my sleep schedule ahead an hour. But I also figured that's good for streaming too, is because then I can start a little earlier and end a little earlier. Oh, I guess tomorrow I am not streaming though, because I need to A, make up the hours for work today, and then B, there is IGDA. There's an IGDA meeting tomorrow. I don't know. Every time I look at this and every time I play with this, I'm like, there's some really interesting puzzle here where I'm like, okay, how do I score this times 2? And then add some extra numbers on top of it so it actually kind of scores well. Okay, and then because this is a sequence of 2 things, that'll score 50 and then go over here and then double that. Let's put that on the board? I thought that was a yellow 4, not a 6. Okay, well that means... Oh no! Whoops. Then I just wasn't even paying attention to anything that was happening. Okay, and then times 2, because you clear the sequences, should not... Well, okay, this should score 4? Yeah, okay. Good, that's working as I expect. And then here... So it'll score 5, 10, and then it'll score 50 because it's a sequence of 2, and then it'll double it. And then clear the sequence. Oh, I guess this... So it'll score 9, then it'll score 10 plus 50. So it's, yeah, 69 times 2. Hopefully. That was 73 times 2. That's fine. Why are you black? Is that 2 numbers on top of each other? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, I still need to solve this bug too. Like, oh yeah. Shoot. And this would probably be a lot easier if I was doing it. If I just had an actual grid instead of trying to do this off of flipping objects and stuff. Oh, there is a lot of reds here. Wait a second. So that means I could score that, and then do all the way over here and drop this 2. What in the world just happened there? That looked like it was a... Are you doing like a bunch of numbers all at once? Okay, well, I broke something. Well, I like how the times 2 really isn't that big of a multiplier. I thought that would have been huge, but... Why am I getting these numbers? So is that a times 2 or not? No, that did break the sequence with whatever was happening there. Oh, and that was going to be enough to score it. So theoretically, this should be 1 times 2, right? Yes, okay. So the times 2 is working exactly, maybe not exactly. The times 2 appears to be working for now. I love how if I even wanted to drop a times 2 on here, it really wouldn't help me that much. Because everything is on the edge to score. And then it's like I could put the green 5 there, but... That's a... And then it's a 2. Okay, so there is something wrong there. Okay, and that jumped me all the way up to 250 when I was clearly not ready for it. So is that a 3? That is a 3. So whatever is going on there, I don't know or understand. I guess we just do the 4s. Oh, that was too many numbers. Okay, well that's times 2s. Times 2s are interesting. But that's not the upgrades. That's really what I should have... I don't know, I'm just trying to think of easy upgrades to add. Why easy? It's just because I'm trying to think of... I don't know. Well, this is telling me that there's different types of numbers that you can add that are interesting and easy to add. And that's what I was trying to do, was come up with, like, upgrade items, and that's... Okay, wait, did I... I added so much more to the flippin' pile of comps and stuff. Yeah, okay, this is the thing that I think I should work on, is the actual scoring of the numbers, because right now it's just scoring pairs or sets of things. I don't know, but it was looking at like Pip Pip Hooray, and it's like here, where you're changing like the things that you're trying to score. I think is just a really interesting idea. Yeah, I thought this was kind of neat too, where it's like if you have the money, you can just try to buy some multiplier to save yourself. Yeah, okay, and this is where I want to do the flipping the holes with the flags and stuff. With the, I kind of want to go back to that. I know. I think there was a push to get away from like, okay, you have to score a certain thing in this certain goal, but I think I'm a little further along to where it might actually work a little better. Because that's the thing, it's like it's one of those, you want to score it at the end after you've scored the other stuff. Okay, give me like 2 holes. Because I'm also curious how much it messes it up to have a gaping hole in the thingamabob. Okay, so there is a gaping hole in the thingamabob. Does that really mess things up? Yes, because it's not actually. So now what happens if I do that? Because there's a hole there. It's being hidden. And it's not, yeah, I was gonna say, it's not actually, that's something else entirely. Why is it doing 3 different things? Okay, and then the way I have this, so can you actually put a ball over this other? No, it just resets. Because I was thinking adding that as a thing too, is like you put a ball in a hole and then you can roll over top of it. Okay, well, I broke some stuff, but I think it's interesting. Oh boy. Yeah, does it feel like you can still score? I said, wait, I said add 2 holes, and it's, here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Why are there 4? Also, why are these spawning in 3 different things? Oh, it's reinitializing the button on every single move. That is not what I want. That's why I didn't have it like that. Yeah, okay. Okay, but does that 4 actually exist? It does. There was something else in there. It did hit something else too. Weird. Okay, so now there's definitely no scoring that. I think I'm just boned. Yeah, because even if I do a 1 times 2, that's not anything. Okay. What was the other thing I had here? I had the holes, buttons, oh, bumpers and pipes. I could start to try to move the pipe off of the board here too. Instead of, okay, so if I do number of pipes is 0. Because then I can also turn off, well, there's a few things I need to do to move the pipe off the board. Okay, and then I want the pipe to spawn here. Did I want to mess with the camera again? I do want to mess with the camera again. Should I mess with the camera again? Nah, I probably shouldn't. Am I going to? Yeah, probably am. Okay, the 45 might have been a bit too much too. That's the other thing, is that maybe we do like an 80. And then it's like if I did like a... Okay, let's run the Dumb Dad Blasted game to see what the angle looks like, and then... Yeah, because the big problem was just the pipe was in the way, but I want to put the pipe here, and then just make sure that this is clear, and then you can score whatever from there. Oh, because I wanted to do the bowling pin thing too. Yeah, because it doesn't feel like enough. What if I do like a 60? And then if I... Can I... Again, don't... Just... Okay, run the game, then mess with the camera. It's not really the angle I was looking for. So we put U back. And then if I do 10 around the Y... Yeah, exact. That also didn't do anything. Then if I do 10 around both... Is it because it's orthogonal? No, it shouldn't be because it's orthogonal. Okay, it's rotated... Oh no, I guess that is kind of the angle. I'm just trying to do here I'm saying replica. Railbound, which I haven't messed with Railbound in forever, unfortunately. Oh, it's much more a side angle than it is a... Yeah, it's slightly tilted, like 45 or something like. Well, I don't know. Yeah, see, this just looks a little off with the numbers all facing a certain angle. But I think the worry was if I do this and then I do like the bowling pins or something, or if I do like the dominoes or something. Let's see. So, can I do the other items? I said I was going to bed at 8 o'clock. Dang it. Yeah, this isn't... I'm slowly moving back towards the 45. I'm like, I like my... This, I think, when I did the test of like, hey, what angle do you like the best? The answer was not this one. Also, that's not... There was no zero... There was no odd angle there, you goof. Okay, 45 is looking like too shallow of an angle now at this point. Yeah, that's not looking like a good angle. Okay, but... Can I just switch out the button with the domino? Maybe. I think that might explode though, so... You're gonna sleep now? I'm gonna sleep now. I think you're gonna sleep faster. You're gonna go to bed sooner, faster than I am. No, don't hit me with the hydrate right before I go to bed. I've gotten up twice in the middle of the night recently. Based on the, like, I drank too much water before bed. Yep, okay, so that's... I couldn't find the color manager or whatnot. Wait, well then give the domino a color manager, because the domino's gonna be in the same sort of situation. So what all does the button have? Okay, go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Stop being happy. Stop living your life. Go to bed. I don't need to copy the animator, but I do need the audio source, the grid space, and the button. Okay, really all I need is the color to come across. Okay, no, go to bed. Go to bed, go to bed. Stop being happy. Stop working on the thing. Stop completing your life's work. Go prepare for work. Gonna hit me with the hydrate and still until there's no more kidney stones tag. I've been doing good on the hydration, though. It's not like my kidney stone has gotten any bigger. It just never got removed. And it's gonna be a lifelong thing, too. I'm always gonna be afraid. Hopefully it'll be years from now that I get hit with another, like, awful stomach ache and then... and then freak out and, Oh, so it didn't explode then? Or it did. Who exploded? Mesh render dot material dot color. Under the button. Oh, because I didn't set the thing. Yeah, okay, it's because no, this should be button, not domino. Domino should be something else. Just like the pin should be. No, they should be similar though, that's the thing. Oops, not a UI button. Well, because I had the text on the domino here too, right? Yeah, I have a text on there, which I guess technically this should be more like pips instead of... Oh, it's inside of the domino. That's not... I'm going to bed. I'm sleeping. I just want to test this real quick. It's a 5-minute coding adventure, in and out. 20-minute adventure, in and out. Oh god, why? Oh god. We need a vacation. Oh, balls. Is there more Futurama that I never finished? I think I watched an episode or two of the most recent season, and then continue to forget that it exists. As if I have time to watch TV. I have to drive 4 hours for doctor's appointments. All I do is drive now. My car went from, oh, I live 5 minutes from work and I don't go to the office most of the time, to I live an hour from work and I go to the office most days. Can I have a happy middle ground? Or can I go back to the not going to the office? That'd be great. Okay, weren't all y'all supposed to copy over? Okay, I guess... that's where I need to set... Okay, nope. This is going to be a different day kind of thing. This is going to be not a tomorrow. I lied. I was like, wait a second. I'm not going to be around tomorrow because I got a meeting tomorrow. Okay, 45 is too much of an angle. Stop working on the game. Stop being happy. Go to bed. I don't know. Going to sleep is... This is why I say have fun sleeping. Is because then maybe, like in my case, I'll want to go to bed. If I have fun sleeping. How do you have fun sleeping? I don't know. I say it all the time. I don't actually know how you're supposed to have fun sleeping. Why are you exploding just because I dragged it in here? Oh, because it still has the scripts on there for the button and stuff. Okay, so just stop doing that. You do need a grid space, that's correct. But the button... I need to make it so that the items are a little more separated, because the button has an anime... Yeah, okay, the ads are starting! I'm going to bed, I'm going to bed. I just wanted to test and see what the angle looks like if I drag a domino in here. Okay, go to bed. Go to sleep. Yeah, man, I haven't watched Marvel stuff in forever. Which for me is months. Y'all are not a good influence here. What is it? What is with this? Well, okay, I lied. There's one message above the message that says, hey, hydrate so that you don't get kidney stones. But then there's another message that says, stay up. Why? Because 8 o'clock is too early to go to bed? You're right, it is. But if I get up early, then I can get to work early. And then if I get to work early, then I can get off of work early. And I can miss all the traffic and also possibly carpool to work so I'm not driving as much myself. Okay, so now at this angle though, can you see what's written on the domino? Easily enough. Not when it's that tiny. But yes, okay, don't, like I said, stop working on the game, stop being happy, stop doing what you love. Your mother and I were talking. Your father and I were talking, and we think it would be best if you stopped being who you are and doing what you love. The Weird Al Yankovic movie is great, by the way. Just FYI. I enjoyed confusing my aunt when we were on vacation too. We got to talking about Weird Al, and I was like, man, it's kind of a bummer that he died in the 80s when Madonna assassinated him. She's just like, what? He died? What? Just so confused. I would say spoilers for the Weird Al Yankovic movie, but it's just a bunch of fun, goofy nonsense anyway. It's not like there's... Okay, wait a second. No, I think this angle works to make it so that you can still read the stuff on the items, but also that they don't overlap each other in a way visually. Wait. Okay. So... Okay. Now we go to bed. And I know it's running an ad. Let's raid while the ad is running so nobody can see who I'm raiding, where I'm raiding. See, that's always my curiosity. It's like, if I went and tried to raid like a Doug here. You could see the ad? Or... Gigi Murren. Wait, don't they stream on... Is this actually like Gigi Murren of Hololive E and Justice? I mean, 28k has to be Hololive. This has to be Gigi Murren of Hololive E and Justice. I thought they streamed on YouTube, not Twitch. I thought that was like their whole thing. But I gotta follow Gigi. Gigi and CC, I think, are my favorite VTubers in Hololive right now. Oh, the raid. You can't hide the raid behind an ad? I wouldn't want to, but that would be kind of funny. Oh, Chroma's doing a thing. Andu Dev, who... I just raided Andu the other day. I could raid another dev that has A in the title. Adagon Dev instead of Andu Dev. Some kind of demon fish game. Wow, there's all sorts of... Wow, look at this. There's all sorts of software and game development happening. It's been a while since I've seen what Adagon's been up to. Oh, and Phil wanted to test if the catch was working or not. And I guess has done so. Well then, okay, so it says mute to true. Okay, well then let's... Tween method. Tween it out. Okay, and then we just copy paste because I don't feel like typing it. I feel like there's been some updates. I don't know if Adagon was labeled as Adagon Dev, and the icon seems new to me. Almost at 1,000. That's cool. Oh, I didn't even check. Wait, what am I doing thinking about a raid? Is there anybody even here? Also, no. It's me and... No, wait. There's a third shift. There's a Matadon here. Yeah, I was gonna say we're not here. So it's just the two of us. I gotta go to bed though. That's the thing. I gotta go to bed. And if I raid, then I'm gonna be interested in watching whatever the heck is happening here and whatever is happening here. So, okay, there's only 2 people here. It's gotta be 3. If there's 3 people, then I can go dump them on somebody. If it's only 2. Wait, okay, no, and then Twitch. No, wait, no. If I go back to my mother flipping channel here. Is it gonna load? Reopen the closed tab, which is me. And then if I let this load for a second, is it gonna say that I'm watching this? And then this is gonna bump up to 3 viewers. Or no? Okay, no, this is at 7:45. I should raid somebody so that I can go to bed by 8 o'clock. That seems so early. 9 o'clock has been my bedtime forever. Means you could stay up though, it's a win-win. You could talk me into staying up on Wednesday night. Cause that leads into Thursday and I have absolutely nothing going on for Thanksgiving. Yeah, so now it is 3. Okay. I'm still going to bed. The one of the 3 is me. I'm going to bed. I will be back Wednesday. Because tomorrow is the IGDA meeting. Which should be fun. And I gotta make up hours at work for the snafu that happened today where I drove up to the doctor's office and then drove up to the doctor's office again. Because, you know, gee, thanks. Okay, but like I said, I'll be back Wednesday and I might just stream games all day for Thanksgiving. Ooh, because I won't get to for my birthday. I'll have to figure out... Yeah, I'll have to figure out a different day for doing an all-day birthday stream. I still want to do an all-day birthday stream. That's gonna happen. I don't have time I can take off of work though, meaning it'll probably be on the weekend or something. Oh, but I wanted to get game development done as much as possible. Oh yeah, because then I'm doing the thing. I guess Christmas Day? Or I guess the 27th or the 28th? Yeah, because I want to focus on this dumb dad blasted mother flipping game. Maybe I shouldn't call it dumb, but still, it's... Because I'm having a ton of fun with it. I don't know. I want to get something done, as in released to somebody else to test it, for them to say, it's almost something. Then get frustrated and be like, you don't understand. I really tried this time. I'm having too much fun. Go to bed. No. No, you can't make me. Stop being happy. Go to sleep. So you can repeat it all again tomorrow and squeeze in 1 or 2 hours of happiness. Man, I was even a terrible employee like a year ago, and they were like, this is unacceptable, and I was like, why aren't you guys just firing me? That wouldn't make sense. But no, I've become a moderately better employee. I'm assuming I went from like a D- to like a C-. I squeezed up to acceptable. I still don't think I'm a great... I know I'm not a great employee, but I'm still employable enough, I guess. It's just because I don't want to do the drive. I don't want to do the job. I just... Also, the job market sucks right now, so... It's been ever since college. It's been, what, 11 years now? Oh, God. That I knew the moment that I graduated college that, C- is more than you see on a daily basis in terms of like other employees and stuff. Well, and I'm definitely on the side of like, hey, let's go to lunch. Hey, let's go do team building exercises or something. I'm like, because I just don't interact with my coworkers all that much. Like there's, or well, I at least because like a lot of people are remote, so there's a good chunk of the team that I don't know hardly anything about them. But at least the people us that show up to the office, we chat a little bit. Especially if like if there's a Nintendo Direct or something. That's kind of fun, but... Okay, no, I'm going to... It's so hard to say stop being happy and go to bed. It is so hard to say stop doing what you want. and stop doing what you love and go take care of your health and go. Okay, like I said, I'll be back on Wednesday with some more game development. But I will not be around tomorrow because I gotta work a bunch to. I say work a bunch, and it's like, I will have fun sleeping. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I say it all the time. I will have fun sleeping. Okay, but yeah. Goodbye, good night, thanks for stopping by. Like I said, I'll be back Wednesday. And then I'll be streaming all day on Thursday, probably. I don't know, I've said that before when the holidays roll around. That I'm like, I don't got anything to do all... Which, yeah... Which I don't. I don't have anything to do, so... Clock on and everything. That is a sign to stop being happy and sleep. So I'm gonna go... No, I'm gonna go have fun sleeping. I'm gonna be happy about the fact that I'm sleeping at a good time. But goodbye, good night. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. I'll be back Wednesday. Bye.